Hello, live here playing a little Blitz poker. Hope the audio isn't too jacked up. Apparently, I can't hear my volume of the desktop, but you can. The animations and everything. So, here we go. It's another wonderful rainy day, and we're playing a little Blitz just because. Fold our way to the big hands and take down the pots. Trying to see if we're live here or not. I don't know why I just called there. Maybe not. There we go. All right, we're on to a little Blitz. See how she goes. Okay, so you might have just heard that playback, but that was just me making sure we were on and that the desktop audio was coming through. Forgive me for looking just a little off here. The adjustment there. There we go. So we're in this hand for no reason at all, but we hit the deuce on the river. So what would you do with bottom pair? Well, you bet it like it's the absolute bee's knees. And we'll see what happens. Sipping a little coffee. The deuce was good. How dare you call me with 7 high? You deserve that beat down. Anyway, that was hilarious. But yeah, just having a good time here. Like I said, no one's getting hurt. Max buy-ins $12, 5 cent, 10 cent blinds, but I have ran it up rather decent. I think earlier I played from my phone and I got it up to about $60, 56 or something like that. But anyway, here we have a heart draw, redraw, I should say, and 2 overs to the entire board. We'll check, call, see what develops on the turn, and we'll make an executive decision. Right here, we're not even making a decision, we're just calling. Okay, we now have a wheel draw, so we're gonna bet. Why not? He called. Ooh. Let's make him think we're going for a little bit of value. It's got to be thin to win. So not 87. Let's just say 129. That's looking fishy, right? He can only call if he has a set of 10s. He called with queen 9. And the sad part is, I was beating him till the river. I need a 3-bet pre-flop there, costing myself money. But no, ace queen unsuited, not 3-betting. So I got downed. Let's see what we're gonna do with the old brick wall. 7-9 suited, brick wall. I'm sure some of you are probably wondering what the heck's the brick wall. Well, normally when you make a straight with 7-9, the person has no clue and it just feels like they ran into a brick wall. Oh, we got a pair. We got top pair with the 7 kicker. Let's bet it up. Get it while the getting's good. In case you see this cup, I'm not sponsored by these people on this cup. This is actually Valero coffee. I'm sponsored by Valero's Finest House Blend Brew. I'm not sponsored. I pay for this shit, but it's good. Good coffee. I don't think there is such thing as This coffee's better than that one. Yeah, we just fold and fold and fold. Oh, pocket ducks. Here we go. Ducks go to the pond. 2 by 2, not 3 by 1. Here we go. Oh, better wake up if I'm gonna win some money. Well, that's one way to win. Just not even see a flop. As you can see, I have my motto for today wrote, play well equals $signs. Play well, make money. There you go. That's all you have to do in this game. Play well, make money. Play well, make money. It's pretty simple. I lose money because I don't play well. There you go. Oh, it's a multi-way. Well, someone should be attacking here. And it ain't me. So I'm just waiting to fold, but I guess they're trying to just BS their way through it and wait till the river and balloon the pot, I guess. Oh, now this is gonna be fun here. Watch me bet in the quads and lose. Oh, 2 of them full. What about this guy? Pro game Romscom calls with a ace high. Didn't even have a boat. Couldn't get him off of it. They don't believe you. You need more people. Yeah, this is good times here at the house, you know, just drinking some coffee, sweating it out, not winning a single hand while I'm streaming. You know, this is the life. I win all hands when no one's watching. This is freaking ridiculous. Same guy, this guy. Pro game Romscoms. We're gonna just keep on steamrolling. Show the bluff, it's good for the game. He went away. I'd have showed him if he wanted to see. Just got him back for calling me with ace high a while ago, that's all. So if any of you are wondering, I am EA, also known as Wolfpack PPA, which stands for Wolfpack Poker Players Association. You see my little yin and yang paw prints. I like that a lot. And a little artsy way of saying Wolfpack PPA going down the center. The W is in triangles. The O is the yin and yang. L and F are right there together. And then the PP, the 2 circles, and an A, and then ACK going down the middle. Very nice. You know, I had to do a lot of work on my, what do you call this thing? Surface Pro 7. Yeah. I was in OneNote drawing and putting that together. It took probably the better part of, hell, 2 years. It ain't easy being cheesy. Especially when you can't draw. We're going to raise it up with these 3s just because we're silly like that. And as usual, you're always 1 card away from the card you need, hence the 2. We're going to half pot it, make it look like aces. Since he's the precision one, he shouldn't have a 10. And he must have a flush draw and just got there. So we'll check, check, fold pretty much on this river here. Oh, looky there. You should never be holding a 10 here. But you know what? We're just going to fold. We can't even play with that. Can't even mess with that guy. He's tough. He's not tough. The board is. So if any of you are wondering, do I do this for a living? No. Why do I say that? Because I have real jobs, multiple jobs. I'm just a passionate poker player, it's my passion. I enjoy doing it. Sometimes I make money doing it, sometimes I don't. Everybody wanted to become a professional, including myself, when the whole thing happened. You know what I'm talking about. But it's not in the cards for everybody. Some people are better, some people aren't. Casual player. You know, I like to have fun. I don't even play high stakes. Some people say play 5-10 and 2-5. I'm a 1-2 guy, man. I just love 1-2. I think 1-2 is what poker is all about. Having drinks, telling stories. That's what poker was meant to be. Those guys at 2-5, you go and sit down and start talking. Hell, even the 1-3 guys are like kind of snobbish and super serious. And if you're just having fun telling jokes, and they don't realize that the poker community that you're making money off of is the casual guy that wants to sit, talk, tell jokes, even if they're not funny, talk about what happened at work, talk about his wife, whatever. That's the guy whose money generates your profit. The guy that likes to come and talk and have a good time. Not the guy that's super serious with the shades and the hat and the hoodie and all of this. Those guys are super serious. They're not going to talk and they're not going to give you any value. They're never going to gamble. They're only going to bet when they absolutely have it. And the only time you get money off of them is if you have like a shocker, quads versus quads, or you have a boat and then, they have a yacht or something. That's the only way they get the money in. It has to be a really, really, and then everybody, I'm sure everybody will be saying this now. So, when you have a showdown and someone says, I have a boat, and the other person says, I have a bigger boat. So, my saying is, you have a boat, I own a yacht. And that's, it's crazy. People are like, man, where do you get these catchphrases from? And I promise you, I'm making T-shirts, and everybody's gonna have to pay for them. And the T-shirt place is gonna print them, and there you go. So, there's always get in there and fight, Jimmy. People. I have heard numerous amounts of people say they had Jimmy Neutron. I named that hand. It's my favorite hand. No one has ever called it Jimmy Neutron. I was the first to do it. And it took off in this region. And now you have people saying Jimmy Neutron or get in there and fight Jimmy. You got to risk it for the biscuit. That wasn't even from a poker thing. That was from some show I watched. And the guy said you got to risk it for the biscuit. And I thought that was cool. you know. But, there's so many originals and unoriginals and just, like if you ever heard me say I got doubt or you got doubt, those are not my words. That's my homeboy MJ. That's his words. You got doubt. I got doubt. And it means you lost, but I liked it. So I just started saying it too or whatever. So I guess it's okay for people to say Jimmy Neutron or get in there and fight, whatever, you know. They're gonna say your stuff, you know. If it sounds cool, other people are gonna say it. You know what I mean? So just take it as a compliment that you said something cool and people want to be cool like you. It's literally all you can do. Speaking of Jimmy Neutron, this is Jimmy Neutron. I'm playing Jimmy Neutron, and we are losing a pot with Jimmy Neutron unless we get a queen. And that's a lot of expensive money for a queen, but hey, it's Jimmy. Oh, we got an ace in his face. Looky there. Probably still drawing dead. Yeah, pretty much. You know what? I'm just going to give him this money. I want him to have it. I want him to have it. Oh, no. We get the second pair to give him the fucking Broadway. That's the type of shit that poker's made of. You know, two pair, psych. You know, you look twice, you don't even realize. Oh, look at the low fundage. You know what? This is what low stakes are all about. Getting back in there when it's not a proper bankroll. Bankroll management is for people that actually think they can win. I, however, just think I want to play. I have a saying at the table. You'll probably hear some other idiot say it. I don't play to win. I don't play to lose. I just came to compete. You know, and that's literally it. You know, because the thing is, when you play as many hands as I do, live or online, whew, man, you just gotta be like, I'm just still here. I'm not winning a dime. I'm just showing up for somebody. I don't know. What are you doing? Because I mean, you'll get some bad beats. Like the other day, I had Jack 8 suited. First hand, just sat down, $100. Guy makes it $5. I call the 5. Flop comes 8, Queen 8. Queen of clubs, 8 of clubs, 8 of hearts. I have Jack 8 of spades. So the guy bets 25. Another guy calls his 25. I go all in for 95. The guy that made it 25 snap calls. The guy that called, he sits there and thinks, and then he mucks. So after it was all said and done, we're heads up, all in, flip over the cards. I'm ahead, but he has ace 10 of clubs. And the turns of clubs. And the river doesn't pair the board. And I lose. You know. And it happens. You know, it was the first hand. And I was just like, okay, no rebuy. I'm leaving. You know. If that's how the day is going to start, I might as well go to work. And I just went to work and made some money. Made more than what I made there. Let's just say that. Look at this. I get paint and it gives me this. It gives the other person every right to stay in the pot. You know, just like, hey man, Make-A-Wish Foundation's here right for you at this very moment on this very hand. We're going to let you get there. Give me the king on the river. Well, drive it like you own it. Just realizing I'm supposed to be talking is like, because you don't talk unless you're playing a hand. You're just sitting here like, no, 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 no. You know, you're not talking to yourself. But since you're streaming and you're live, it's like, well, let me do something. Let me say something. In case someone's watching this channel, which they're not. I don't give a shit. I do it for the love of the game. I don't know how many people actually really love this game. I think people just love to gamble. I don't know if anyone loves this game. This game will give you a headache if you play it wrong. So, I know a guy who used to go play poker, ride together up to the casino. He'd lose, and he'd say, "But I had fun." And I'd tell him, "Don't say that." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "You're pacifying your losses. You do not have fun losing money. Nobody wants to lose $200, $400, $500, whatever it is. Nobody wants to, when they go to a casino, no one says, I want to lose this money and it's going to be fun. No, I want to play poker and win some money and be a winner. That's what's fun. So don't lie to yourself when you get done gambling and you've lost and it sucks. Just be straight up. I took a L. I'm not happy about it. But I came to do what I came to do. I just didn't come out on top today. You know what I mean? It's like there can only be so many winners and so many losers at the poker table. You know, if you're seated at a 9-handed ring game, cash game, there's probably only going to be 3, maybe 4 winners. The other 5 people are going to be the ones that lose their money. Your job is to try to be one of those 3 to 4 people that wins. Now, there have been scenarios where there's one guy that's absolutely horrible and everybody gets a couple $100 off of him because he keeps rebuying, you know, and he just thinks he's having a blast, you know, and you don't tell him that he's not. You don't be rude and say, hey man, you suck at this game. You should just go bet on horses. You'd come out better. You don't do that. He's a paying customer. Customer's always right. If he's having fun, fine. But this was a close friend. We drove around and played in different games together. And whenever he lost, he would say he had fun. When I know deep down inside he wanted to win. And sometimes when I would win and he would lose, you could sense I wouldn't call it jealousy, but him wishing that he had that same result. You know what I mean? And it's just one of them things, you know, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie about it. When you start lying about it, you know, I had fun, but I lost. Then you're saying losing is okay. Losing happens. Win and losses come a dime a dozen. But you never want to accept the losing. You never want to say this was fun when the goal is to win. Always remember what the goal is and keep the goal the same goal. The goal is to win. I'm not winning this hand unless he folds. Thin to win. We're going to do a thin bluff. It ain't going to work out. He's probably got a boat. Space Cowboy 717. That's a heck of a name. Who the heck came up with that screen name? Yeah, I told you they gave him a boat. That's why when those double paired up boards, I'll normally bluff very thin because they have it every time. I don't know. Online is just hard. This is not for the faint at heart. Faint at heart, whatever you want to call it. This is for people that are willing to take punishment in the name of playing as many hands as possible and trying to get better. And when I say trying to get better, that doesn't mean you're going to win. You're going to get better while losing if you're taking notes or if you're paying attention or if you're looking at where you're making errors. Because this thing will deal you your errors over and over and over again. I'm in the big blind with pocket kings. There's a bet, and then there's a raise, and then there's a re-raise. Now, I'm going to make it 3x what this guy made it. So about 240 is what I'm aiming for. 242. I didn't want that result. I wanted a caller. I just didn't want a three-way pot. And see, that's what sucks sometimes. People will often raise and re-raise light on here. And then when you 3x it, they're like, whoops, never mind. Jack 7, no good. You know, you're thinking they got something to call with and they don't. But I had no regrets there because if I let someone in without raising, oh, we have a notification. Echo, tell me my notification.
One of the notifications from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for Marietta. It'll be in effect until November 10th, 10 p.m. CST.
What's today's date? Oh, today, 10 p.m. Okay, so we have a severe weather alert for this area that I happen to be in. So, further reason to stay home and do nothing. Maybe go get something to eat before 10 o'clock though. Or here in a little bit actually. It's 3:30 now. For them to call it this early until 10 p.m., it must be something big moving this way. It's gonna mess with the internet. If I lose you, it's a tornado. Hey, we hit second pair. Here we go. Now, once in my late 20s, you know, I did take a swing at this professional gambler thing. You know, I quit my job, decided I was going to run around and play poker and everything else, you know, and just off the grid, you know. And in the beginning, I lost. I was really scared too because I gave up my job and I lost. Then it started coming around. But I discovered that when I'm up money, I don't play as tight as I should. Like I have a tight, effective strategy that makes money. And I would only play it when I was low on money and absolutely needed it. I had this system where I could pretty much just make money every time I played poker. But I only applied it when I absolutely needed the money for a bill and I was low, my bankroll was low, you know, and it just got to the point where it's like I play good with my back against the wall, but if I win a bunch of money, I go crazy. I want to bluff. I want to do all this stuff, you know, and you think bluffing is sexy and, oh man, I'm going to show this guy, you know, and all of that. Like here, I have tens full of sixes. I'm gonna pot it and hope he raises. You know, matter of fact, I'm just gonna go all in. He ain't gonna call unless he's got pocket aces or quads. So whatever. You can have the whole stack, buddy. He can't call. He cannot call. He will not call. Why is he taking so long to fold? I gotta pee. This is making me nervous. He called. Oh, chop pot. What the freak, man? You sit here all day long, you grind for a spot like that, and then, oh yeah, you guys have the same hand. You didn't make jack shit, and we still took a rake. You know, just wonderful shit there, man. You know, just can't make it up. You saw it here. You saw it here. You know, I'm sitting here like, I thought it would have been an insta fold, but no, he had the same hand I did, so he had something to think about, you know. And he's probably looking at me like, the heck are you think all in, you know? Because I want the pot, that's why. At least I had the gonads to bet it. You just sitting there looking stupid, chicken. Chicken. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, if you sit at a table, if you're on this table, you're here to gamble. You're not here to play do-si-do back and forth. You're here to try to hit a lick. I mean, I'd rather get it in and chop than get it in and lose, but there you feel like you're gonna win. And to have that, I'm winning. No, you're not. You're chopping. You know, it beats losing, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Doesn't help the cause. You know, it's not building anything. What did we build? I think we built his confidence because he called and he was right. So that's the only thing we built. Uh, I have not been eating healthy. I will confess this. What it is, I cannot explain. I once stopped eating all meat and was doing plant-based meat when I crave meat. But now, turkey, tilapia, any kind of meat, anything, I'm beef, whatever. It just doesn't matter. I'm just craving it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stop today. Nah, I'm gonna go get some chicken. I'm gonna go get some tilapia. I'm gonna go get some hamburgers or some brisket. One day I ate barbecue twice in the same day, less than 4 hours apart. Big plates too, not no little joints. I mean, this is stuff enough to feed a big old fat guy. And I'm eating it like it's no tomorrow. Wow, he called. Well, I guess if you have top pair, you can't help. And see, those are things I do that are cruel mistakes. I have a whole list of things that I do wrong. I wrote it all out. I said, these are my biggest errors at poker. If I fix them, I will make money. So I used to go and play and say, I'm not going to do these things. And if I sat and did that, I made money. But it was the most boring experience ever. There was nothing fun about it. I think just betting with absolutely nothing just as sexy or something. I don't know how to describe it, man. It's a huge, like, makes your adrenaline, endorphins or something fire, especially if you get away with it. But I don't know. So I think we're gonna take a pause for the cause here because this coffee is trying to go south real quick. So after this hand, we will be And I need to create a like back scene play thing or whatever, but it was hard enough just to put this stuff together that I got up here. Hell, I got a headache doing it. So y'all wait a while. I'll give you a be right back thing. But until then, you're gonna see me walk back there. You're gonna hear the door open and close, and that's it. There's none there. There's your be right back right there. The standby screen of the poker screen. There you go. That's what you got. And I'll do this favor for you. Where is my? Yeah, I'll do this for you here. And we're back. Thank you for patiently waiting. Um, a lot of people ask, well, if you're not some big time professional poker player and you don't make tons of money, why the heck are you streaming yourself? And I just have two words to say. It's the same reason people sing karaoke and they cannot sing to save their own lives. It's embarrassment therapy. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, what? There is a thing, it's embarrassment therapy. So, a lot of people are stressed and have a lot of anxiety. They have a fear of crowds, a fear of getting up and speaking in front of people. And then here's karaoke, where you get up and sing a song that you know you absolutely cannot sing. You're nowhere near the same key it's supposed to be in. I mean, it's just the train wreck of all train wrecks. And you get up there and you do it anyway, and you do it with confidence. It's the same thing, it's just a different platform. That's all it is, embarrassment therapy. So, you know, But I don't have any anxiety about, I guess, being seen online. You know, there's a bunch of Instagrams, you know, me and my buddies at the gun range having a blast, you know, and, you know, it's so funny because stupid stuff happens while we're shooting and we're not making it happen intentionally. Like, you can't duplicate the stuff that happens on my videos. It wasn't intentional. It just happened while the camera was rolling. We were literally just videoing each other, taking turns shooting guns. And something stupid or funny would happen. And we posted it to get all these likes and views. But we weren't staging it. It was just us shooting guns and something crazy would happen and we'd laugh. You know, and everything was safe. You know, it's just like, you know, the target would fall down. How does the target fall down off the hanger? You know, just random stuff like that would happen. You know, I can't even aim to make that target fall down twice. You know, so it's just one of them things. You know, maybe I was rapid firing a little too much and the gun raised up and caught the upper half of the target, but I can't duplicate that. So there's one with me and my real good friend. We are bowling and we are drunk as shit because that was the name of the game. So it's drunk bowling. And what we do is, I'm not encouraging anyone to do this. And if you do, use Uber, you know, Uber or Lyft so you can get home. We committed to drinking the same kind of alcoholic beverage, same amount of alcoholic beverage, while bowling. So if you're going to do shots, you know, say whiskey, well whiskeys, and say you do a shot before every frame, where there's 10 frames in one game. So you do the shot and then you bowl your first frame each. Then you do another shot, you bowl the second frame each. By the time you get to the fourth frame, you got to remember alcohol does not help with balance, equilibrium, anything, speech, whatever. It makes everything go bad. Um, I don't know if it's on video, but I went to bowl. I don't think he caught it on video, but I went to bowl and I grabbed my arm back and I threw the ball and I threw it, rolled it forward, and it was fine. It rolled forward, but I kept going backwards and fell back and bent my knee, hyperextending it, falling back. And man, you can't do nothing but laugh at yourself. I mean, it's just, you know, we're being safe. You know, we're just having a good time cutting up. You know, it's it's one of them things where long as you're doing it safely and you're not driving drunk, I really don't care how stupid you get. Long as no one's gonna go to jail, you know, for anything, and no one's gonna drive drunk and everything's safe, you know. That's all we care about, you know. Nobody's hurt, you know. Well, my knee hurt for a little while. His shoulders hurt for a little while. He's real skinny trying to bowl these heavy bowling balls. So the next day we're both sore, my knee and his arms. So it was crazy, you know. Yeah, we should be more mature than that, but we're not. So be it. Especially me. Oh wow. Like, you know, I watched an interview the other day on YouTube, and this guy was interviewing Too Short. And I've always liked his stuff, but you know, he came out when I was young. But I listened to his stuff and I really like it. And I did not know that this man had no kids. And he only 2 years old with no kids still. And he's like, you know, man, I have a blast. You know, I'm not saying I don't do what it takes to make kids, but I'm not trying to, you know, have a whole bunch of babies and baby mamas and stuff. And here I am, I'm 41 with no kids. And, you know, it's cool. You know, I like to have fun, have a blast. you know, and I've never really wanted kids. You know, I have two older brothers. You know, I've seen one be divorced, child support, another one separated, child support, you know, and just that whole dynamic, is a lot. And then I got homeboys that got really messed up situations with their child's mother, so and it's both sides, the guy does jacked up stuff, the woman does jacked up stuff. They're both trying to get each other back. Like I'm gonna get you, you gonna get me, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do this, make your life miserable. They're both trying to make each other miserable. Misery loves company, and I don't get that. I don't understand why someone would want to, you know, I guess they're at a level of where in their relationship they don't like each other to the point that I will do anything to make sure your life is a living hell. Prime example, there's a coworker of mine that lost his job and got arrested and had to go to court. Now he says that his wife lied, but the arrest was for a very bad thing involving children. I'm not going to say what it is. You know what it is, you know. And, you know, this guy, I don't know if he did it or not. We're not tight, you know. I see him around work, every day or whatever. And just just the thought that, like he said she was lying. That's what he said because they're going through a divorce. The thought that a woman would do that, scary. The reason I say the thought that a woman would do that, and I know every woman's going to say, oh, nobody would ever do that. I would never lie about that. Well, I was working a job and there was a woman I was training. And she said that I sexually harassed her. When in reality, she was trying to flirt with me and I kept rejecting it. And then I even went so far as to say I had a girlfriend when I didn't have one. Just trying to shut it down. So once the second day where I decided to finally just pretend I have a girlfriend to stop because she's like leading, where she wants to go with it. Once I said I had a girlfriend, she was very different throughout the rest of her training that night, like very angry. And then called HR the next day saying that I sexually harassed her, I caressed her, ran my fingers through her hair. I mean, just a whole list of things. And where we were training at, I had totally forgot there was a camera pointing directly at us where the entire training took place. So when HR called me, I'm upset. I'm like, I did not do this. This is wrong. Y'all are just going to take her word over mine. Da 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 da. And they're like, no, we're investigating it. And I'm like, you're investigating it, but I know how this goes. And then I hang up the phone with HR. And then I remembered the camera was there. So I called back and I was like, hey, I need to talk to the HR lady. And I got the HR lady on the phone and I said, hey, you need to get up there to that property. There's a camera facing where our entire training took place. The client put that there specifically because there were people going to sleep up there at that desk. And that's what they don't want. So please, 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 please go look at the DVR. It deletes in 14 days or whatever. And this is only like the third day. So the HR lady tells me She's not going to come up there and review it. She believes me and she takes my word for it. I'm like, okay. So I go back to work. The client comes to me and says, hey, we met y'all's HR lady. She came up here and talked to us. And we told her you'd never do anything like that. You've been here for years, and we have the cameras right there, and she could watch it and everything. But the HR lady sat there and lied to me and told me she wasn't going to come up there and review the tapes, but she did. So they reviewed the tapes, and didn't tell me. So then the HR lady calls me and says, hey, we're just going to move her to a different location. And I was like, wait a minute. You believe me. I have proof that this didn't happen. Why are you not going to review the proof? And then you have to pursue a disciplinary on this person for filing a false sexual harassment on me. And they did absolutely nothing to her. She did not get a write-up. She did not get anything. They was just like, we're just going to move you somewhere else, and we're going to say it was a misunderstanding. And I'm like, a misunderstanding? I'm on tape doing nothing, lady. She interpreted the training you were going over wrong. And I'm like, wow. So I've felt I was done wrong there, but it is what it is. I didn't get fired. It led to other things, and now I'm where I'm at. So sometimes you can be in a better place and don't even know it. Sometimes you outgrow a place. You stay so long and you don't realize it. Especially if you're a good employee or a good worker. Sometimes you just have that worker in you, and you don't realize there's other opportunities out there because you've been on this job for this many years. And I've done that twice. So I think this is more of me standing around talking about my life experiences than this is about the poker hands, because I'm not getting dealt a lot of good situations to talk about. So we'll just call it chatting with EA, chatting with Wolfpack PPA. I don't freaking know. This happens. Look, it's $1.10. I've got garbage cards, and you know what? They're not garbage, but they're not $1.10 cards. That's like 11 times the big blind. Gotta have at least a pair of jacks or better, maybe tens or better. So I'm a fold. That's what I need to call there. So there's the little poker talk right there. So, okay, how did we wind up here? Originally, I had plans around July or August of 2020. I started talking with my mother about I was going to move to Las Vegas. I knew where I could work there in the field that I work in, and I was just going to sell all my TVs, all my furniture, and it was just going to be me, my laptop, and my clothing, and I would buy all new stuff there. I was going to sell everything because I have the tiniest car ever, and I was just going to drive across those states and go for it. Matter of fact, this was later in the year. This may have been October, November of 2020, because they were talking about COVID, but it was still over there. And my mom said, she said, look, let's just wait and see what happens with this COVID thing. They're saying it's coming over here. Let's just wait till after January and see what happens. And then in December, it's like, never mind. So it's like, we won't be going there, and it's crazy because I go to Vegas maybe 3, 4 times a year, sometimes more, and I have a whole network of friends or that are more like family out there. And, it's just, it's like a second home to me. And the really bizarre thing is, locally, I play poker, and the competition is better here than when I go to Vegas. When I go to Vegas, it's like there's, I don't know, everybody's drunk, I guess, because the drinks are free. Nobody takes it seriously. Up here, if you go to one of the casinos in this region, like say Oklahoma, for instance, they charge for drinks. If you go to Shreveport, Louisiana, drinks are free. And and then there's like legal card rooms all over Texas, you know, and I don't know, it's just really hard to, ooh, look, a open-ended straight draw. So it's really just hard to, you know, describe that the 1-2 in Vegas is easier than the 1-2 in the Texoma, Anna. Yeah, we got to include Louisiana. So the Texoma Anna region. Okay, we've hit our straight. We don't want to run them off. There's no flush draw. So we'll bet a little light, go half pot here to get a call or induce a bluff. Okay, the board paired. Hopefully he doesn't have a boat. We're going to pot it here on the river. Or just 3/4. Maybe he'll raise. With the board being paired, we'll just... I don't know, because he could have aces up. Let's just pot it. See if we can get him. If he's got ace king, he should call. Ace queen should call too. Aces and threes with a king kicker. Aces and threes with a queen kicker. His kicker must suck because he hasn't called yet. He called. What's he got? Aces and threes with a king. Y'all don't ask how I did that. I just got lucky. Stupid lucky. That's all it is. Even the duck looks smart certain times of day, man. And all they do is go quack, 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 quack. you know. But yeah, that's one that's gonna be a moment there, But yeah. Oh, I guess that's him. I don't know if it is, but it might be because that explains a huge raise. I fold, buddy. You can have that 30 cents back, man. I'm sorry. Sorry I sucked out on you. Sorry, not sorry. You know. But yeah, I like guns a lot. I've always liked guns, but I don't do anything on channels or I'm not a gun guy that's gonna make a bunch of videos about gun reviews or my gun collection or hell, I don't even have a gun collection. Let's just put that out there. I just like to go to the range and rent different guns, and then I may buy a gun, have it for a little while, and then turn around and sell it and get something else. I don't believe in having 32 guns like some people do, and say, oh, this is my gun collection. Because when I look at these guys, and I understand, because in my 20s, like late 20s, I did that. I had a job where I got paid every week, and I would literally buy a gun every payday. And, I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. I, hey, payday, find deals on guns, and I'd buy these guns, but I'm not into guns like that. I'm into electronics like that. So, like, Amazon devices, smart TVs, laptops. Um, I have a gimbal, for if you want to like shoot your own video, you want to stream it or whatever, if you want to, like if I'm on the go and I can use the camera of my phone to create a studio like content video for online. So that's always fun, you know. And, like smart light bulbs, as you can see, I got this color back here. So, uh-oh, U.S. National Service has issued a something. So, we got some weather coming. U.S. National Weather Service has, oh fuck, here it is, has issued a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for my area until 10 p.m. All right, thank you. Said that once already. But, yeah, I like gadgets. Like I have smart light bulbs in every outlet, every bulb. Where a bulb goes, there's a smart light bulb there. So I don't turn light switches on and off. I verbally tell the Amazon smart device to turn on the light and what dim level to put it at, and hey, put it at this color, dim it to this, and it's in every room, including the bathroom, including my exercise room, which is kind of weird because I never go in that exercise room. I have so much exercise equipment. I could start a small 1-2 bankroll. Oh, shoot. I could be a pro poker player if I got rid of the exercise equipment, I guess. But it's an investment because there are periods where I may not exercise at all. And then I may hit it hard for 4 months straight. And I'll be very disciplined and I'll work out twice a day. And these are intense workouts, and then I might shut down for 9 months and just go to work every day and let that be it. So, this is ugly. So they give him an 8 on the river, which definitely has me beat. But he's only betting about a little less than half the pot, or a little more than half the pot. Let's put some discomfort on him. Yeah, well, we tried. If I go too high there and he still calls, because there's a lot of people on here that will call you anyway. So even if I make it 450, he's gonna call. I just tried to give him some pause, and he's like, "I'll just pay you off if you have the 8," which is something I'll say. I'll pay you off here, you know. So, okay, we're gonna call at least. We're not gonna re-raise the re-raise. He raised, he re-raised, I called. We flopped absolutely nothing. We have 2 overs. He bets, we call. Unless he goes all in, we fold. I'm calling 92 cents. What the heck? I almost called him something. But anyway, so. He's a half the pot bandit, and he's going to get away on this one. It's ugly. I dislike when those spots happen because they can have a pocket pair and beat me. And I'm just calling off for no reason. He could have aces there, and I could hit the ace on the river and just stack myself. So it's one of those spots where you're better off if you don't get there by the turn shutting down. I mean, I'm only pulling for a one pair river if I call, right? Or, well, if I call the turn bet, I'm hoping for an ace or a king. And that doesn't guarantee a win. He could have two pair, he could have a straight, he could have a set right there. He could have an overpair, he could have pocket kings, he could have pocket aces, and me hitting my pair gives him a set where I lose. So there's just so many things. Like here, this happens every day. I get pocket kings, everybody folds, and I win 5 cents. Oh, look, somebody decided to raise. But you know what's going to happen? I'm going to re raise and he's going to run. I'll pot it. I'll even make it $1.25. Because I don't want anyone in there cheap. And a lot of people say, oh, you should raise less. Nah, I'm trying to get some money in the middle before the cards come out. If they don't want to put it in the middle, I'll take their initial 25 cents. And people say, well, you're not getting any value on your premium hands. Well, that's a wonderful observation by you. I think I knew that when I did it, but you haven't been sucked out on as many times as I have from not re-raising. When you re-raise, it makes your opponents define their holding. They can't call you with this stuff that they raise light with. So it's really you know, and some people have the discipline to make hard folds when they miss with good cards. I don't. I don't. So I try to get it in pre-flop, and you know, the hell is happening here? I got a gutter ball. This guy acts like he's got the bee's knees. I want to stay and watch this. I can't play it, but I just want to stay and see if the other guy calls. Ah, never mind. He didn't call. If he wasn't behind me, maybe I called to see if I could suck out. And I know that's a bad play. It's a poor play. But hey, I'm not a professional. If I was a professional, I wouldn't be playing 5 cent, 10 cent, $12 max buy-in and losing, you know? So let's just be real. I'm just a passionate player. That's all it is, man. Just passion. See, there's no music playing because I don't want any of that copyright issue crap. One with ace high. Woohoo. Hmm. So during COVID and everything, I've had some situations occur with people that I've been, let's say, associates or so called friend wits for over 10 years. And we are no longer on speaking terms due to an argument, disagreement, or someone doing something without your permission, and you finding out about it after the fact when they were told not to do it. If someone used your information and used it to gain money, your name and your date of birth, and they asked you before and you told them no, and then later on they said they got like a commission check and you're like, hey, you didn't use my stuff, and they said, I swear I didn't, and then you find out later on that they actually did, would you call their job, tell them it's fraud, and press criminal charges? I did. Because when you say I swear, and this is someone you've been friends with for over 10 years, That should be you're telling the absolute truth. And the only reason the lie came out, they moved and they didn't forward their mail. So the mail came to my address because I had my mail forwarded to where I'm at now. We're all in again. Garbage versus more garbage. Ah, look at there. Yeehaw. Didn't have to rebuy this time. Underdog won there. See, and the guy with the sevens, he's probably like, man, this happens to me every time. And I'm the guy that's fussing, man, this happens to me every time. And I sucked out this time. So, it goes both ways. You just don't remember that you sucked out on the person. You remember when you're the person with the sevens and they get the six. You don't remember when you're the person with the sixes and you beat the sevens and you suck out on them and you were behind from the get go. Nobody remembers when they suck out. They only remember when they get sucked on. Hmm. But yeah, I enjoy playing online, um, especially on days that I have to work. I really can't get up and go to an actual card room and get a good session in. So online will give me that ability to see some hands, and it's at low stakes. So I'm bluffing here out of position. It's not recommended. He's called the whole way down, but he folds, you know, and you should only do that when you have position on your opponent. But I've been working on bluffing and how to do it, and I've still yet to master it. I know one thing that probably messes me up. I pull off a huge bluff, and this is at an actual card room. I pull off a huge bluff, and I'll say, "Show the bluff, it's good for the game." And they'll say, "Yeah." And I'll flip them cards over and boom, lay them down. And that guy just bluffed is pissed. I mean, he's angry. This man wants to punch me in the face and can't do it because I'll punch him back. But um, it's one of them things where you know it'll be a spot where the only way I can win the pot is if I go all in. And it's over $100 to go all in, and I'll make a guy lay down the winning hand, but they don't have the actual best hand. And it's you get a rush when you pull it off. It's stupid. I know I shouldn't have showed, but I did, man. I don't care. I didn't do it to just have it hidden the whole time. And I should stop and be more mature, but I'm not. I'm not more mature and I'm not sorry. So but back to the conversation. I pressed criminal charges on him. I called his job and told them everything he did, from using my information and pairing it with his phone number instead of my actual phone number, so he would get the call and pretend to be me on the phone, which is exactly what he did. And, they terminated him. They said they were going to do that and that they would leave it up to whoever's investigating it if they would press criminal charges, but I could actually go to the police station and do it. But he's in a whole nother state. So I would have to drive 14 hours one way to go and do all that. Or I could call. And I felt like when I contacted the job and let them know and they let him go, it's their responsibility to prosecute. Because all the evidence is there. I complained as a customer. I brought it to light. But during the investigation, he lied to them and said that I gave him permission to do that and forge my signature. and that him and I had a falling out, and I was only doing this to get back at him. And he knows that he was wrong for doing it that way, but I'm just doing this to get back at him, which is just the biggest crock of shit ever. How do you blame the victim? You want to blame the victim for your wrongdoing. Just say you was doing wrong, you got caught, and that's it. Him lying made me want to go and drive out there and press charges with the local police department. Just make it a vacation trip and, don't let it go unpunished. But, you know, I'm sure he lost his job and that may be good enough. And I'm not going to take my vacation time to go work on him facing charges. My vacation time is for me to do whatever I want to do, as much obnoxious and ridiculous stuff as possible within a budget. You know, you take time off of work, you have money saved up or hidden or whatever, you got a little bit of cash, and you decide to do the most stupidest things you can do under that budget, and that's it, nothing else, just my vacations are for me doing what I enjoy doing, whether it's playing cards, bowling with my friend, at the gun range with my buddies, whatever it is. It's never, oh, I'm gonna go out and drive 14 hours to make sure, that's work, driving 14 hours. And then some people are like, well, you should fly. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm paying money to fly somewhere to do basically a job to make sure this person gets prosecuted. I'm doing leg work. It's not like I'm going and seeing the sites where they're at. I'm solely traveling to this place to go to the jail or sheriff's office and press charges. It's just ridiculous. I feel like if someone's caught using your information and it's proven and you call and complain and the company is able to prove it, then they should take the steps on making sure it happens. And why are we buffering here? What's up with the internet? Come on, internet. Get it together. All right. I wasn't going to play that hand anyway. Let's go to the next one. But yeah. So there's a lot of cool phones out right now, as far as Samsung is concerned, but they're really not cool phones. They tried to push these phones out before. So if you see the one that folds in half and it's a phone and then you fold it out and it's a small tablet, that phone came out a couple years ago, but the numbers were low because everyone bought the Note. Everyone likes the Samsung Note, the Note 10 Plus and the Note 20 Ultra 5G. Those are really good phones with really good cameras, and you got the stylus pen where you can write. So everyone took to those instead of this fold out one. So magically they said, well, we're going to discontinue the Note. We're going to not call it the Note anymore. We're going to call it something else. And we're going to try and push these foldable phones again. But if you ever watch someone do a comparison review, the ones that are out right now, the camera is a lesser quality camera than what's on, say, the Note 10, Note 10 Plus, or the Note 20 Ultra, or just any. The ones that fold, their camera quality is lower. I talked to a guy that had one, And I was like, you know, the camera's not as good. And he was like, yeah, but I don't take selfies and do Instagram. And my thing is this. This is my thing. I wanted a laptop slash tablet. So I bought a Surface Pro 7. You magnetically connect the keyboard, magnetically pull it away. You have a laptop, you have a tablet, you have a Surface Pro pen. You can write on it. You see, I've wrote play well equals money, you know. So that is the device that I want for as a tablet laptop. I don't want my phone necessarily to be a tablet, but I do like the Note series because I will use my stylus pen and take notes, you know. So I'll, and the thing is, they've imported OneNote onto the Play Store, so now you can have all your notes that you've made on your laptop appear on your phone. And you can make notes on your phone in OneNote and they sync through the cloud. So it's a really cool little feature. But I just don't want a phone that folds. You know, if I understand that they're trying to make something, I feel like they're pushing it down our throats. I'm not saying it's not a cool device, but this guy told me that like he's got the big one that folds out into a tablet, and he was like it's almost $2,000, and I'm like that's a really good used car. Yeah, that's you can get a good motorcycle that's in perfect running condition for 2 grand. A used motorcycle like a Honda Shadow, Honda Nighthawk. Well, Nighthawks they quit making them, but like a good Honda Shadow or something, you could get one of those. You know, a little 650 to 750 cc motor, something you can get around on. You know, for less than 2 grand actually, running and everything. So it's one of those things where I don't understand. I know how we got here. The phone people, they do a trickle down release on technology. They decided not to release all of the technology all at once. Because if they do, people will buy the best phone and they won't get repeat business. So they like do little bitty upgrades here, little bitty upgrades there, and each upgrade is a new device. So it's like, oh, this one has a 4K camera. Well, I got to buy that phone now because I post on Instagram. I take pictures. Oh, well, this one has an 8K camera. Oh, well, I got to buy that phone there because I post on Instagram and I take pictures. Nothing streams or plays in 8K. Like right now, there are people purchasing big screen 8K TVs for numerous amounts of money. And nothing broadcasts or streams in 8K. So you're literally buying an 8K TV and there's nothing you can watch in 8K. There's not 8K DVD Blu-rays, there's no 8K anything. So you're just buying an 8K TV to watch 4K on it. They're not going to upgrade the broadcasting to 8K. They're not. Do you know how long it took to get the HD from analog to HD? That transition sucked. So getting to 8K, whatever, you know, and people are just buying it. Oh, it's 8K. Okay, buddy. I guess if your phone can video in 8K, you can hook up your phone to it and watch it in 8K, the video you shot with your phone. That's about all you can do with it, man. Nothing else. You know, there's no shows that are going to be playing in 8K, no movies. Speaking of movies, I haven't been to the movies in years. This is before COVID. I just don't go that often. I bought a really nice 4K TV and I would buy 4K Blu-ray movies. So I don't know if you guys know, but the price of these movies are more expensive than going to the theater and having two people go watch it, paying for two people's tickets. 4K Blu-ray movie could be $29 when you can go to the movies for $8.50 a piece, I guess. And if you go on Tuesday, it's cheaper or something. So it's one of them things where I bought the device. I'm not gonna go see it in theaters and pay to have it as a 4K Blu-ray movie. So I said, well, I won't go to the movies and I'll buy it when it comes out. So I did that for a while. And now I'm at a point where I just don't have time to watch movies. I have shows I watch. I stream the Hulu stuff. Not the live TV version, but the one that has movies and TV shows, but not live TV. So I watch shows that are on there that have multiple seasons, and that's what I do pretty much for the most part. I'll pick a show, I'll watch it, and I'll watch it all the way through. So I don't know if you ever see that I'm not on here. I'm probably watching it. It's included with my phone plan, so I got to make the most of it. Back to phones. So I can upgrade to the cheaper flip phone, not the tablet one, but the one that folds in half. I can get that one for free if I trade in my phone. But I cannot wrap my head around trading in my phone that has a better camera for one that has a less quality camera, even though they're going to say, well, they're going to give me the phone for free under the condition I trade in my phone. Well, my phone has a better camera, and I think what they do is they just recycle these parts and they'll put them on another phone or another device. There's got to be some methodology to it, because they're only giving you the phone for free if you have certain quality phones, and they have a list of the phones where you get the new flip phone, the fold phone for free. And so you're giving them your phone that has a better camera for one that doesn't have anywhere near the camera yours is, but it folds in half. The screen folds in half. Ta-da! And it's got the camera quality is really bad. But it's all about what's trending nowadays. That's what people are doing. Whatever's trending, that's what I'm doing. That's what people. Oh, this is trending. I need to go get one of these. And I don't do that. I just do what I like to do. Like the smart bulbs and the smart devices controlling them. That's something I wanted to do. That's all there is to it. Nothing else. This streaming. Something I wanted to do. Am I passionate about it? I'm probably not even good at it. But who cares? I'm just doing something. I can't win this hand. I gotta fold. I don't even know how I stayed past the first bet he made after cards came out. That's some crazy. I knew it was a continuation bet. It's probably why I stayed. But yeah. I'm very chatty when I have coffee, so I think every time I play, I should drink coffee. Otherwise, this will be the most boring stream y'all ever watched. Caffeine makes the dream. Speaking of caffeine, I met a guy that worked at Starbucks, right? And he was like, we were talking about coffee, and I was telling him, you know, I just get coffee from the gas station. I don't know about quality coffee. I've never bought a Starbucks coffee before or anything. And he was like, well, how do you like your coffee? And I was like, I drink it black. I don't put anything in it. I like it strong. It works better. He's like, okay. He said, do you like cold coffee? I said, yeah, I've drinking the cold stuff. It's all right, but you know, they put stuff to make it taste good in there. And he was like, I got something for you if you want it, and I'll give it to you for free as a promo. Because he was like the manager at Starbucks. So I was like, okay, I'm a little nervous the way you're kind of saying, you know, what you're talking about, you know, just seems like you're leading. And he was like, well, it's really strong. It's a lot of caffeine, you know, per milligram or whatever. And the state of Texas regulates the amount of ounces you can sell to a person because of the way the caffeine hits your bloodstream. I'm like, what the hell? And he was like, it's our nitro cold brew. And he said, it doesn't taste good. It's very bitter. He said, but when you drink it, you feel it working. And I was like, well, is this thing expensive? He said, no, if you don't add anything to it, it costs $3. But we're only allowed to sell a grande, is the largest size they can sell legally to one person. And I'm like, what the heck? And he said, it is so concentrated. He's like, they brew it at the Starbucks and it's a cold brew and something about 20 hours. And then they nitro infuse it. And when they infuse it with that nitro, it makes the caffeine like do something. I don't know. So he gave me a cup, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work the rest of the day. I'm gonna sip on this though, right? So I got the grande cup, man, and I'm doing my errands, running around, driving around, and I'm sipping it. I got about a third into that cup, and I put that joker down, man. Like, to describe what happened to me, that movie Limitless, where the guy takes the pill, and soon as the pill hits his bloodstream, all this stuff starts going. His brain starts doing all this, thinking this. His body starts, you know, just more productive and just hypersensitive and all that. Literally, I felt something like that. And I don't even know what that feels like, but that's what I would describe. So here we have Pocket Kings. Guy makes it 33 cents. I'm going to make it 99 cents, and he's going to fold. Whatever. I don't know. 33 cents he should call. He's got a hand as well. Ah, he fold. I get zero value. So, but if I just call there, the flop comes with an ace, you know. And if I don't raise, you know, I'm just in trouble. You know, they hit two pair or something. So I would rather take down his 33 cents than lose whatever goes in the middle after the flop, you know. But yeah, so this nitro cold brew, oh my gosh. I got back home, I put it in the refrigerator and I drank some more the next day to work. And man, it hits you. You know, I just sat it in the fridge overnight because it's cold brew. You don't heat it up, you just drink it. And man, foo-wee. This stuff is like, there's a reason the state of Texas regulates the amount they can sell per ounces to a customer. I mean, they should have a label that says if you have a heart condition, don't take this. Do not consume this. And then he's telling me there are people that come up there and they'll order like separate orders. They'll order nitro cold brew, and they may come back around the drive through a second time and order 3 espresso shots and put it in the nitro cold brew. I was like, isn't this the equivalent of like dope at this point? Like, the certain dope. I won't mention it. I don't want to get in trouble, but you know what drug I'm talking about. Yeah. So, because caffeine is a stimulant. The only reason it's not in the drug category is because no one classified it as a drug. But it is a drug. Caffeine is a drug. And for those of you who say it's not, stop drinking coffee. Because when you stop doing drugs, you go through withdrawals. Stop drinking coffee, you got a headache. Oh my gosh, this headache is so bad. It feels like there's a little person in there in your head going ting, 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 ting with a chisel trying to get out. Just crazy headache, just mad headache. And it's all because I need that dope, that caffeine dope today. What the heck? How's he calling? Freak me. I can't win. I'm just going to check. He's going to bet and push me off the pot. I'd rather him bet and push me off than me try to bluff here and get downed again. This spot happens every time. Let's pair the board. Oh, let's put another over to your under pair. Look, that's value there. That's all value there. He's taking me to Value Town. I'm stupid enough to pay him off, too. They have it every time. Like, even if he doesn't have the queen, he has the jack. Hell, he's probably got pocket jacks. Oh, this annoys me. I'm a fold. I gotta play well to make money. So, that's me playing well. Because otherwise, I call there and I lose. That's what I normally do. And I'm trying to read what's on my screen here. Play well equals money. So trying to do a little better, but I'm already down 1 buy-in, so I don't know. I'm gonna turn it around though. I'm that turnaround guy. I can lose a buy-in on here, and then I can win 7 of them, just like that. Just go on a run, like right here. This guy, he's re-raising. I'm on the button. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna hit my cards, and I'm gonna own them. Or not. But you know what? He's probably checking with a king. But we're going to see if he's checking with a king. Cha-king. The cha-king. Oh, he was not. He did not have the cha-king. Yeah, y'all write that one down. People will be running around saying that shit too. There's a lot of people that like my little EA, I don't know, mannerisms. I don't know. I used to work with this guy. His name was Les. He had all these sayings. He liked some of my sayings and stuff. And he said he was going to write a book. And it was going to be the book of Lessisms. It's going to be all these sayings. He was going to borrow some of mine and some of the stories I told him my dad, some of his quotes and sayings. And he was like, I'm going to write a book of Lessisms. I'm still waiting on that book so I can sue him if it makes $1 million, because some of those are mine. But nah, he didn't write it. We just always, and I wouldn't sue him. He's a good guy, We just always talked, had a good time when we worked together. 1 away. Anytime you have a pocket pair, it's either 1 up or 1 down. Every time you miss it. This happens live as well. If you have pocket 6s, there'll be a 5 or a 4 on the board, but never the 6. So here we have pocket 2s, and there's a 3. And if there wasn't a 3 there, there'd be an ace. It's either 1 above or 1 below. Never fails. When you miss a set, it will be 1 above or 1 card below. Never fails. I want you to go play and watch how many times that crap happens. And you're going to be like, he was right. When you miss a set, it's going to be a card 1 above or 1 below on the flop every time. You got pocket 8s, there's going to be a 9 or a 7 if you miss your set on that board. I guarantee it. Man, I'm just waiting on this severe weather to be over with so I can get to work, man. I gotta go make some money, man. Do re me so I can keep playing online. Keep y'all entertained for a little while. And of course, we get Ace King again. Let's watch everybody fold this time. Yep. There it is. I might have to switch beverages. I'm out of coffee, but I do have Powerade Zero in there in a cup, so I think I'm gonna take a little break here. I won't force you guys to watch or listen. I will mute and I will kill the video. And just like that, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Had to get some good old snack-a-doodle-doos. Almonds, baby. Almonds are good for you. I'm sure the salt on these are not good for me, but hey, gotta taste good. Mm-mm-mm. Finally, finally, let them have an ace. Nope, he folds. Hillbilly. I guess hillbilly was already taken. That's cute. Yeah, that's funny. Got on there. I want my screen name to be Hillbilly. Oh, damn, it's already taken. Well, shit. I'm gonna put Hillbilly. They'll know what it means. You just picture the guy on the other side of that computer that picked that screen name. Oh, man. Oh, it's getting cold. Mm-mm-mm. Man, does this guy fall asleep or what? He's timing out. Maybe he got connection issues. I had it one time. Oh, that's a little expensive. We'll get that one a pass. Wow. Can't do that one. Let's see a flop. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're in there. I know it's not good cards, but look at the good situation we have based off of playing these cards. We're not going to pause for the calls. We are going to bet, and we're going to bet big. We want to piss some people off. Take the pot. Hey, that works for me. Oh man, messed up my screen. What did I do here? Let me try to fix this for you. Bring it back down. Or I'll leave it right there. So I need something to fill that gap right there. I'm thinking about taking what I have up here and making a duplicate and flipping it horizontal, having it go across the bottom. But it's very thin there. And I'd have to actually put that, I don't know. I'd have to mess with that. I've got to find something to put there. Maybe I should just change the desktop background. And that'll be great. Oh. Hmm. Trying to see what I need to do. Personalize, probably. Yep, background. I think this blue windows, or well, let's browse. Let's look at all the options here. Oh, it'll let me choose from some of my stuff. So could I use a download image? Say of this. It's too big though, but that's cool. I could also go back in here and use this one. Wow, that's pretty neat. Okay. So with me being able to do that, I think to keep it plain and simple would be this one. That looks really good because it's just solid blue across the bottom. There we are. Problem solved. And that's just the Windows icon in blue. So, and blue is a color I really like. As you can see, I selected it for the table color. So, there you are. Ooh, now this is a hand we'd like to see a flop with. Jack, Queen of Hearts. It's going to be fun. Who's calling or texting me at this hour? More work. Wonder what that was about. Okay. Here we are probably going to go broke if there's an overpair. So we have top pair. We're never folding. He's taking so long. He's going to raise. Wow, he went into the tank and fold, so he must have had an underpair. Tens? Nines? I don't know. What does this guy do? Hey, I'll take that little win. Got in there for $1.20 something. Hit the flop hard. I know a lot of you are probably asking, well, what's with the green light in the background? Well, if you keep a ledger or track your play in an app, when you have a profitable session, it displays the number in the green. When you have a losing session, it displays it in the red. I have a smart scale in my bathroom, and when you lose weight, it displays it with a green backlight. When you gain weight, it displays it with a red light. So we want the green. We want to be in the green, baby. Get them greenbacks. Fun coupons. That's what I'm all about. Oh, can't get any money there. Oh, so terrible. I have kings, aces. Nobody calls. Well, 7 of clubs would be great. I'm not gonna get off the gas though. Can't get any value. If I bet less, he folds. I know people say, "Oh, bet less." I bet less, he folds. Well, why not? Bottom pair. Ooh, man. Put another 8 out there. Really piss them off. 8. I'm gonna bet big, man. 8. Oh, there it is. Oh, this little bitch is pissed now. That's hilarious. Why is he betting $1? What the heck? Uh-oh. This is gonna get ugly. If it's gonna get ugly, let's make it real ugly, baby. That's butt ugly. All right, go broke. Oh my goodness. I'm done. I quit. End the stream. That is so brutal. That ain't even fair. That's like, that happens to me every day, all day. I'm so done. So done. Even though it's only $12, it's still the way it went down that kills you. You know, just, I can't believe it's not butter. Anyway, I'm done playing for today. I'm gonna watch some TV and go work. See you guys next time. Yeah, have a good one.